All right, let's dive right in. We're going to unpack some seriously timeless wisdom for navigating our chaotic modern world. And get this, it comes straight from the private journal of one of the most powerful leaders in all of history.
Ever feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions? You know, by work, by the 24/7 news cycle, by what everyone else seems to think? Well, it turns out this is not a new problem. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, he was dealing with the exact same stuff almost 2,000 years ago. And he actually developed this incredible toolkit to find some tranquility in all that chaos.
Okay, so the first big idea, and this is a real game changer, is what he calls your inner fortress. The whole point here is that true peace, it's not something you find by escaping the world. It's not about booking a vacation or moving out to the country. It's about learning how to retreat inward.
And what's so incredible about this is what he's really telling us. We have this sanctuary that's available to us like 24/7, no matter what is going on outside. It's not a physical place you have to travel to. It's right here in your own mind, and it is always accessible.
Yeah, he calls this an inner retreat. And look, this isn't about just ignoring your problems or pretending they don't exist, not at all. It's about creating this space inside your head, a space of what he calls good behavior, where you can look at things clearly. It's like having these simple, fundamental truths ready to go, truths that can just wash away the stress and send you back out into the world feeling refreshed.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? I mean, it sounds great, but what's the method? Well, Aurelius actually gives us one. When you start feeling totally overwhelmed, you retreat inside and you arm yourself with these core truths. You remind yourself, hey, other people's actions, not in my control. You remember you're part of this huge ordered universe, and you recognize that chasing after likes and praise is, well, it's pretty empty. It's all about just hitting the reset button on your perspective. And you know, this whole idea of an inner retreat, it flows right into his second major point, the power of your judgment. Because if peace really comes from within, then that means the problem isn't the stuff that happens to you. The problem is how you think about the stuff that happens to you.
Now this is a huge idea. Seriously, think about it for a second. He's saying that external events, someone being rude, a project failing, getting stuck in traffic, they don't have any real power to upset you. They're just neutral. The disturbance, the anger, the hurt, all of that comes from us.
And this, right here, this is the solution in a nutshell. That feeling of I am hurt, that's just a story you're telling yourself. It's a judgment you've tacked onto an event. It's your opinion, not a fact. So if you can just get rid of that judgment, that story, poof, the hurt itself just disappears.
So let's break this down. Take a look. Over here on the left, you've got neutral facts. Someone cut me off. I got criticism. It's raining. Simple. But on the right, that's where we add all the drama. That person disrespected me. I'm a total failure. This day is ruined. The most critical thing to get here is that the right-hand column, that's the part we have 100% control over. And that is where all our power is.
Okay, so now let's zoom way, way out. We've been looking inside our own heads, but Aurelius argues that a huge piece of the puzzle for finding inner peace is understanding reality for what it actually is. And for him, the most fundamental thing about the entire universe is it's always changing, constantly, unrelentingly.
He uses this absolutely beautiful metaphor for it. He says time is like a violent torrent, a river of things just constantly passing by. Nothing is permanent. The second something comes into being, it's already being swept away. So trying to cling to anything, a job, a relationship, a moment in time, is like trying to stop a raging river with your bare hands. It's just exhausting, and you're going to lose.
And wow, this timeline here, this really brings it home, doesn't it? He basically traces our whole existence from a biological blip to, well, to dust. Your entire life, with all its struggles and triumphs and everything in between, is just this tiny, brief moment in that massive torrent of time.
And get this, it's not just you, it's everyone who remembers you. It's the big achievements you're so proud of and the mistakes that keep you up at night. All of it is just ephemeral. It's gonna fade. Now that might sound super depressing, but it's not meant to be. It's actually meant to be totally liberating. It frees you from carrying the heavy weight of both praise and blame.
Okay, so if everything is just temporary and always changing, then where do all our daily worries even fit into the picture? To get a handle on that, Aurelius offers us this amazing shift in perspective. You know what? Let's try a little thought experiment together right now.
First thing, I want you to think of something that's stressing you out right now.
Could be a deadline, an argument you had, a bill you have to pay. Got it? Okay, really hold that thought in your mind.
All right, now let's zoom out. Picture your house, now your neighborhood, your city, your country. See it all floating there on the surface of our planet.
And now, zoom out even further. As Aurelius reminds us, our entire planet is just a tiny little dot in the unimaginable vastness of space. When you look at it from that perspective, how big is that problem you were just thinking about? How significant is it, really? See, this simple shift in scale can just dissolve our anxieties.
So we've gone inward to our inner fortress, we've re-examined how we judge things, and we've zoomed out to the very edge of the cosmos. So what? What's the practical takeaway here? How do we use all this ancient wisdom to actually live better today? Well, it all boils down to a really simple, practical toolkit.
And here it is. This is basically your Stoic toolkit for modern life, straight from Book 4. These aren't just abstract ideas, okay? These are daily actions. Focus on what you actually control, your thoughts, your actions, your will. Do what's necessary and cut out the fluff. Act for the good of everyone, not just yourself. Accept the things you can't change because they're part of a bigger picture. And most importantly, remember that this life is short, so make it count.
And that brings us to this final, powerful line from the emperor himself. It's almost like a direct order. He's saying, look, fate is hanging over your head. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for things to calm down. The time to practice this stuff, to improve yourself, and to find that inner peace you're looking for is right now.